Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to come up with a funny thing for an opening bit. I mean, what do you think? Yeah, you're right. No one will expect that. Hey, welcome to another episode of The Guido Goes Off. Let's get started. Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently it is no longer feeding time in WWE. This week, Ryback was released by WWE, and this is according to Ryback via his sources, his Twitter, I believe. Um, I mean, we all know that it was more than likely inevitable. Ryback had been in contract negotiations for several months. The make or break part of it was that he had asked that WWE pay for his travel expenses, such as rental cars and hotel rooms, which WWE doesn't pay for. I believe we mentioned this. WWE does buy airfare for their talent. However, as far as hotel rooms, they are on their own, and they have been for quite some time. Apparently, this was the tipping point, and then Ryback went on some rants about how he was treated, how a lot of talent is treated, and it's not like he's wrong, but and taking a stand, while admirable, unfortunately, this cost him his opportunities in WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel bad anytime anyone loses their job, and I do hope the best for Ryback. I hope that he finds a home in either TNA, or Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, anywhere on the independent scene. And I hope that Golden Corral is not going to be the only place where it's feeding time for the big guy. So, a lot of news in regards to the SmackDown Live brand in World Wrestling Entertainment. Um, a lot of news about different shows. Also, some, but okay, one at a time, please. One at a time. First of all, SmackDown will have a house show, or at least the SmackDown roster will have a house show on Monday night. I believe it starts in October. There's been a lot of complaints about between the talents because as it stands right now, the Raw talent is on SmackDown and the SmackDown talent is on when none of these are when the shows are filming, but those guys aren't getting paid. They're basically there to show up and they know they're not going to work. So WWE is going to do. I believe they did this in the original brand extension. They're going to have house shows like, for example, with the Raw brand, the house shows are going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if there's not a pay-per-view on Sunday, and of course Raw, and then of course they'll have Raw on Monday, and then be off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The SmackDown Live brand, those wrestlers will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, house show unless there's a pay-per-view. Um, Dan Bryan also mentioned that there will be some SmackDown versus Raw talent matches. I thought they were going to do this as far as titles were concerned. Apparently, this is not the case. Getting there in a second. However, we're going to see some battling between the brands. I don't know if a lot of you remember the bragging rights. I believe they had those as a pay-per-view, where they actually had like a team from SmackDown face a team from Raw, and it never really worked out for the fans. So anyway, that's going to happen. And also on SmackDown, Dan Bryan announced that there will be separate, there will be a tag title belt, a tag title, and a women's title, separate on SmackDown, exclusive to SmackDown. So it means the current World Tag Team Championships and the WWE Women's Championship Those are going to be exclusives to Raw. Now, it hasn't been released what the names are yet, but given with the WWE Universal title, which will be Raw's World title, I came up with some suggestions that maybe WWE could use to help themselves out. I mean, I know this list might seem a little dated, but I think these are going to be some interesting suggestions. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, Alicia Fox is on Raw. So that won't work. But feel free. Oh, yeah. Okay, feel free to use these. Well, after seeing this photo online and hearing the rumors and listening to fanboys crying, I did a little checking, and it has been confirmed. Sorry for all you fanboys out there. Sasha Banks did get married on Thursday. She married her longtime boyfriend, Sarah Ton, who works as a. Since they keep saying seamster, I think the term is tailor. He works in WWE's costume department, making the gear for the wrestlers. So if you were always wondering why, see Sasha's gear is always looking so fresh, do people say fresh anymore? Anyway, if you wonder why it looks so good, labor of love. So apparently, yes, it's confirmed the two did get married in a small ceremony on Thursday. Very small, just a few people. I think there's a picture floating with Sasha and Bailey together. But once again, I'd like to congratulate the happy couple and hope they have many wonderful years together. And then another interesting shooting off with the mouth by Conor MacGregor. During a conference call about upcoming UFC 202, where he's fighting Nate Diaz, Conor MacGregor was asked if he ever considered doing any stint in WWE. To which Conor MacGregor said that most of the people most superstars in WWE are a bunch of pussies. Now, he did say he had respect for the McMahons and Triple H and The Rock, but for the most part, they're a bunch of messed up pussies. When asked about Brock Lesnar, he went into more detail, saying, of course, how at the end of the day, Brock was juiced up to his eyeballs. So how can you respect that? While he does have valid points, I mean, I guess he might have a point. I mean, it's not like they can pick and choose who their opponents are. That whole fighting once every 3 months. Whereas I'm sure Conor McGregor, he has a very hard life of being on the road, 50 weeks out of the year and fighting 4 or 5 times a week, and getting paid, not nearly as much as you're worth. And don't get me wrong, oh wait, I was talking about WWE superstars just then. But I'm digressing. I mean, I think he might. I mean, he has a point. We'll take the point of Del Rio. Del Rio, not happy. So he's talking to some of his buddies, saying he's not happy with how he's doing in WWE. But I mean, he's just had such a hard life. I mean, look at him. He's making 6-figure income. He probably lives in a nice house, drives a nice car, and he's dating Paige. Quit your damn belly aching. I mean, seriously. There's hundreds and thousands of men and women who would love to be in your position. So quit your belly aching. Now, as far as Conor MacGregor goes, I think he probably does have some validity to his point. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of The Guido Goes Off. I'd really appreciate it if you like this video. Share it with your friends, maybe even a few of your enemies. And also, please subscribe. It really helps me out. If you have anything to say about what I talked about this episode, feel free to drop a line in the comments section. And, of course, you can talk to me at any time on my poorly drawn Twitter and Instagram. I am the Guido, and yeah, we're definitely done.